Hey there again, everyone. So, we got the Origin Links tournament this week in Golf Clash, and I'm going to go ahead and put together a Pro Division guide for this tournament. Getting into it pretty quickly, this first hole is a par 3. I think Sniper is pretty much the only route to go on this one. I'm going to use a Navigator. You don't really need a power ball, well, depending on the wind, but I think the wind's going to be pretty friendly in pro. So I'm going to go ahead and go with a Navigator, get that wind resistance, but I don't think there's any need to waste a Titan or a Katana on this shot. Ooh, we're actually into the wind. So there's max club right there. So what I like to do is play about 2 rings from the edge of the fairway. And then from there, I'll set up my ball guide. I'll set it up to go just a little bit long of the hole. And then from there, I play about 10% extra wind on this hole. So I'm going to play about 8 rings. Oops. So, as you can see, coming in pretty decent there. I think my ring pull may have been just a little bit off there. I was running out of time and kind of had to guesstimate on that last one, so I don't know if that was exactly 3 rings or not, but it looks like I needed to adjust this a little bit more. If you go back and watch my shot again, though, I think the important thing to note is that in order to give yourself a chance at the hole-in-one on this hole, you got to make sure that your second bounce does not land in the rough. So that's why I aim just a little bit long of the hole. If you aim a little bit, if you aim to land just short of the rough, up there like I did, and then you aim just a little bit long of the hole with your ball guide, that should ensure that you'll get over that rough on the second bounce. Otherwise, you're probably going to land in the rough on your second bounce, and then you'll roll out and give yourself a chip shot for birdie. But it's not the way you want to play the hole, though. I mean, I think this hole and hole 4 are going to be good ace opportunities. And if you can get 1 or 2 of these on the weekend round and then make eagles on all the other holes, I think that's about what it's going to take to win the pro tournament. I think you should expect to eagle about 4 of these holes. Hole 2, 3, 5, and 6. I think those should be the holes that you should be trying to eagle every time around. And if you get those 4 eagles, that'd be a 26 under. So if you can get one of those par 3s, hole number 1 or hole number 4, and get yourself to 27 or maybe even 28, I think that's going to be a pretty good chance to win the pro division. 26 may be enough, but I kind of doubt it. There is also hole number 9. That you can eagle as well. So for this hole right here, I think quarterback will be enough, just barely. So I'm going to play about 7 rings from this center point of the fairway right here. And then the wind's helping us a lot, so I'm not going to put a ton of curl on. You do need a little bit of curl, but I think the wind was helping us out enough right there that didn't really need to over curl it and put ourselves in the bunker or anything. If anything, we might have gone a little bit too far. I think we may have to curl it back the opposite direction that we want to on the second shot. But getting back to what I was saying about the scores, hole number 9 is going to be a very tough eagle to make. especially in the pro division. I think I got the eagle in the rookie division, and I actually am thinking it's not too hard to make in rookie division because of the shorter tee box. But I think in the pro division, with the lack of wind, I think hole number 9 is going to be a very tough eagle to make. You're gonna have to really place yourself in a good shot on the drive to give yourself a chance at eagle on number 9. So let's see. So yeah, you can see we have tree trouble over here, so we're gonna have to actually curl it back the opposite direction, which is a little bit unfortunate, but nothing we can't handle. So I'm gonna go full right spin, no top spin, and play my probably play 7 rings, since we're a little bit into power. And then, like I said, unfortunately, we're going to have to curl it around the trees. So it's probably going to take away any chance we have of making albatross, but should still be able to make the eagle pretty easily, as you can see right there. So I think maybe whatever you feel more comfortable with. If you feel comfortable taking off 1 topspin on the drive, or maybe just taking off a little bit of power on the drive, you can set yourself up with a good angle like our opponent has here. And then I would just go full right spin. I wouldn't go any top spin like he did. As you can see with the top spin, he's going to go a little bit too far and not really give himself a chance for the albatross. Well, looks like he actually went too far as well. So yeah, I mean, it's a really fine landing zone. You gotta be super precise to hit it just right so that you don't have to curl around these trees like this. But as you can see, it's not the end of the world, and he's even in a little bit better position than us playing a kingmaker, because he has that little bit more spin to get a little bit farther over to the right. So as I mentioned in the rookie guide, if you're trying to make albatross in this hole, I would definitely go kingmaker. Kingmaker is going to give you more side spin, which is what you're going to need if you're going to want to take the chance at making the albatross. So if you have kingmakers to spare, I think that's probably going to be your only albatross opportunity on this course. I don't think hole 5 is a very good albatross opportunity, honestly. So, and hole 9 definitely not. So if you're going to use 1 kingmaker every 9 holes, I think that may be the hole to use it on, just to give yourself a chance to save a stroke. Moving on to hole number 3. So this is a reachable par 4. Like I said, 2, 3, 5, and 6 are the holes that you want to eagle every single time. So let's see, let's try full top spin and 3 right spin. So I believe with an extra mile 7, from the looks of it, I probably just need to go about like right in between regular power and max overpower. Oh, that's too far. So yeah, either take off 1 or 2 top spin from what I did, or just take off a little bit less power. Honestly, maybe like a navigator. I think if you hit a navigator on that shot right there, you could probably go full overpower and be alright. A navigator or a katana, that way you don't have as much power. I think a katana is still probably going to be too much. So I think maybe a navigator. If I could go back and try that shot again, I think I would probably try to do a navigator with max overpower and see if that wouldn't put us perfectly. If that wouldn't get us right where we want to be. Go go ahead and size up a rough iron shot though. So I mean, as you can see, our landing area is probably gonna be about 1/8 of a club. So we really don't need to play pretty much any rings at all on this. We just gotta hit perfect ball. And we got great ball, so we're gonna miss that one, unfortunately. But yeah, like I said, I think a navigator, if you have an extra mile 6 or 7, I think a navigator right there is going to, I think that's going to allow you to max overpower your extra mile if you go full top spin and left spin, without the worry of going too long like I did on that shot. I think it's going to take off enough power that you're not really going to have to worry about it. So this is a replay since I forfeited out the first hole. I just wanted to see if he made it real quick. Looks like he came up just a little bit short, but yeah, since I forfeited out the first hole, I will be playing nothing but replays at this point. So go ahead and move on to the 4th hole. Hole number 4 is going to be the 2nd par 3. Like I said, hole number 1 and number 4 are very good ace opportunities in my opinion. Honestly, all 3 par 3s are, I don't know if I said par 4s, I think all 3 par 3s are actually pretty decent ace opportunities, so definitely take a good long look at these 3 holes and see what it takes to make the ace on these. So there's our max club. I'm going to set up right here, and how I like to set my ball guide up is I like to get it going kind of straight. So somewhere like that. I like that right there. So then I'm going to play 1 top spin, and then I'm going to adjust pretty much 1 for 1 on the rings. So right at 6 rings. Something like that. So, great ball's probably going to take away any chance of a hole-in-one, just because as you can see, you hit a little bit of a ridge. There's like a little funnel in the middle of the green, and if you get too far right or too far left, when you hit a great ball like that, you'll hit that funnel and kick back the opposite direction. So, gonna have to hit perfect ball to make the ace, or honestly, you could get lucky, but like I said, pretty straightforward shot on this hole. I like the navigator approach on this one as well, just because it puts you towards max sniper, and that's gonna make your ring play pretty easy. Just 1 ring per mile per hour of ring, per mile per hour of wind. I don't see any reason to waste a Titan or Katana on either of those 2 par 3s. I think we may use a Katana on the 3rd par 3, but no reason on those 2 par 3s to do anything like that. So hole number 5. So this is our 2nd par 5. I'm gonna go with the same clubs as the first one. I think the first shot's really about positioning, and anytime we're playing a positioning shot, I always want to go with either the quarterback or the rock. So what we're going to aim for here is something like this. So there's our max overpower. So I think I'm going to go 1 top spin. Yeah, I think I'm going to play 1 top spin, full side spin, aim about right here, and then apply a little bit of curl. I don't think based off of the, and we'll see, but I think one topspin's going to be enough. Sit. Ugh. So, that's unfortunate. Looks like, I think in the rookie division we didn't need any topspin as well, so yeah, I wouldn't play any topspin at all there. I will go ahead and hit the rough iron shot back to where I would have been in the fairway so you can see the second shot. But looks like in the rookie and pro division, all you really have to do is put straight right side spin and a little bit of curl on both of those shots. No overpower, no forward spin, nothing. So seems like a pretty easy setup in both of those. But looks like my one top spin was just a little bit too much, unfortunately. So like I said, this is where we want to land. Honestly, right here would be perfect. But I'll go ahead and hit it back to right there so you can see the second shot. Our opponent went in the sand here, and as you can see, he's still going to have with the Sahara, he's still going to be able to reach the green in 2. So, that's definitely, if you don't feel comfortable taking the tee shot that I played, you can definitely just bomb it down here into the sand and bring out Sahara, Malibu, Spitfire, anything like that. But as you can see, he hit a good ball, so that will take away his chance of making the eagle. So just a matter of what you feel more comfortable with. I feel more comfortable with this layup shot over here, especially now that I know that I don't need any topspin at all. I think I'll have that shot dialed in the next time around. So I'm going to play one topspin, full side spin, and see if we can't play our full 7.5 rings here. And then a lot of curl. Make sure you don't overpower when you curl. If you overpower it when you curl it, you run the risk of landing in that bunker down there. So, I mean, as you can see, not with a sniper, not too hard of a second shot at all. It's really about that first shot. Like I said, the first shot really is all about positioning. And I think with the quarterback, really just set it at max distance and then do your full side spin and a little bit of curl, and I think you'll be right where you want to be every single time. So a little bit unlucky not to hit the fairway, but really no big deal on a practice round like this one. So we'll see how our opponent fares, see if he made the eagle or not. Doesn't look like it. But we'll go ahead and move on to hole number 6. I believe I'm going to stick with the same clubs on hole number 6. I'm going to go with the quarterback. In the rookie division on hole number 6, we were able to do a rough bump shot, but due to the second tee for the pro division being so far back, that's not really possible for the pro division. So all we'll do here is a little rough bump shot, and probably could play the navigator. So let's see how this looks. So I think I'll just play dead straight, really. So even though we're not at max club, I am going to play 6.5 or so rings, just because this shot does play a little bit downhill. So you are going to need to play just a little bit more wind than you usually do, probably maybe 10% or so. But as you can see, not too bad there. Gonna set yourself up for a pretty easy eagle there. I don't know. I don't think the rock has any more top spin than the quarterback, so I don't know that we're gonna be able to give ourselves a good chance at a hole-in-one. But honestly, taking the eagle on this hole, as you can see, really easy shot there with the quarterback and the navigator. You can take the eagle every single time on this hole and walk away better than most people. So I personally am not going to get too aggressive on trying to make a hole-in-one. I like our opponent's shot right there. I think if you do have like a Thor's Hammer 4 or 5 or whatever, I think that's a pretty creative shot right there to give himself a good opportunity at making a hole-in-one or an eagle as well. So as you can see, not too much of that hole right there. Really, just get your quarterback and your navigator out and adjust one for one on the rings, and hit your perfect ball and walk away with your eagle. So I think same clubs on the next hole. I'm gonna try a Quasar. We may have to switch over to a Katana, but I'm gonna try the rough bump shot on this hole. I think not only is it the safest shot on this hole, I think it's also the shot that gives you the best chance to make a hole-in-one as well. So let's see if we can't get this dialed in. So I think this is going to put us up towards max club. So set it up something like that, and then play a full, probably 8.5 rings. So unfortunately, yeah. So Quasar's not enough ball right there. I thought it was gonna be just enough, but as you can see, when I did my ring adjustment, I was going to have to play about 3 rings extra, and I probably played about 2 to 3 rings extra, but I hit a great ball, which put me in the bunker. So I would just recommend playing a Katana there. The Katana is going to give you more side spin so that you can get dialed up to the hole a little bit better as well. But yeah, that was a mistake on my part. I thought I had enough distance to play the full amount of rings without overpowering, but not quite. So that was a little bit unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Like I said, you really just gotta. That's what these first couple rounds are for, is really just trying to get these sort of things dialed in. Go ahead and see if I can't make a sand shot. Nothing really to gain out of it, but just kind of show that it isn't the end of the world. But you definitely don't want to put yourself in the bunker. I'd fully recommend playing a Katana there. I think with a Katana you'll have enough distance, and even more so than that, that's going to give you the extra side spin that you need to line up with that hole. And all I was really doing there was lining up my ball guide with the hole, and then I was going to play 1 for 1 on the rings. So 8 mile an hour of wind. I was going to play 8 rings. But didn't work out that time. So hole number 8. So I play this hole a little bit differently than most people play it. Really the only club I need here is a sniper. I know a lot of people like to go for the end of the first fairway here, and we'll see if our opponent does that or not. Looks like he will. So you'll get to see two different types of shots here. So our opponent's going to lay up to the end of this first fairway here, and he's probably going to play like a thorn or a claw or maybe even a Saturn on his second shot and try to backspin it towards the hole. Me, on the other hand, I'm going to use, I believe, a sniper on the first shot. Yep. So I'm going to play a sniper with a navigator with about 4 backspin, maybe 4.5. And I'm really just going to aim about right here. And play my 7 rings. And then really all I'm going to do from there is put a good amount of curl on it. And really all I'm trying to do is give myself a good angle towards the green, which I think I was able to do. And really what this is going to set you up for is another sniper shot on your second shot. And it's just a matter of opinion really, but I just feel a little bit more comfortable with this shot. I don't think the claw or the thorn or the Saturn shot is a very high percentage shot of making it. So I actually feel that this shot is a little bit more likely for me to go in for an eagle. So that's the reason I choose to play this hole this way, but it's really just a matter of preference. Like I said, Ben's playing the claw shot here, so really just comes down to, woo, he gave it a good run. So like I said, I think you're going to get to see two good ways to play this hole. So really just comes down to which one you're more comfortable with. So with sniper here, I'm going to go about maybe 5 backspin and full right spin. And I'm going to try to line it up pretty even with the hole. And then I'm going to play about 7 rings on this. And perfect ball, so we'll see. This may come in a little bit left of the hole. We'll see. Yeah, just a little bit. So I don't know that I would adjust any more rings as you're already getting pretty close to the edge of the fairway. I think I would play just the tiniest bit of curl, like just a little bit. And like I said, you're giving yourself a chance at the eagle. And it's a consistent chance, and so that's the reason I choose to play that hole that way. I just, like I said, I just feel for me, it's a better opportunity to make the eagle that way. I just don't think I have a very good chance of making it with the thorn or the claw. So hole number 9 is a beast of a hole. I'm going to go with the Titan, the Big Dog, and the Extra Mile, and see if I can't get an eagle on this hole. I think the wind in pro will be favorable, so it may not be too bad. But like I said, this is such a difficult hole. So let's see. So I'm going to try, I think I'm just going to try full topspin. Play it like this, and then I think I'm actually going to play a little bit of, right curl, but that great ball is gonna screw me, I think. Oh, sit. Dang it. So thinking back on that now, yeah, so I think maybe take off a couple bars of topspin, and maybe that'll put you in a decent landing area. The other option would be to have your second bounce land before that rough. As you can sort of see, the opponent's ball guide sets up. To do that, though, you're going to have to do a little bit of ring play. Let's see if our opponent does any better than we do. I believe he played full topspin as well, though, so. Yeah, so as you can see, it's a very difficult drive to dial in. I think on my drive, if I would have played about 2 less topspin and stuck with a max overpower, I think I would have been all right. Yeah, this is just such a tough hole to dial in because of the way those 2 rough patches set up in the middle of the fairway. But I would give that a shot. I would take off 2 topspin and go full overpower and see how that works, and then just keep trying to dial it in from there. If you can get the drive dialed in, where you can land towards the far end of that first fairway, that's going to give you a chance to make your eagle. I probably should have hit backwards and showed you guys the big dog shot. I guess I could still do that. Yeah, I'm not really going to have a chance to make this shot, so may as well show you guys that shot. So I believe we were basically at a side wind on that second shot. So as far back as I hit it, we probably will have to max overpower it. Looks like we got a little bit of help in that wind. But really, this second shot, your goal should be to try to use as little topspin as possible. The reason being because your second bounce, if it lands on the green and you have any sort of topspin on it, it's going to roll all the way over the green. So we'll see if we have enough distance to make it all the way there with no extra topspin. So we got a pretty good wind angle. I am going to put on a half bar topspin. So I'm going to set up something like this, and I think the wind could help us get the rest of the way over. So half bar topspin and a couple right spin. And then from here I'm just going to play about 3 rings over. And then from there, you really just want to hit as close to perfect ball as you can. Oh, close. So, as you can see, pretty close on on getting it onto the green or onto the fairway there. I probably didn't need the side spin and the curl, but really tough hole. But really, it's all about the drive. If you can get that drive dialed in and get it where you can give yourself a more manageable big dog shot, big dog or Cataclysm or Guardian, I think that hole can be eagled. But like I said, holes 2, 3, 5, and 6 are the ones that you really want to get. And then if you can get 9, I think that's kind of a bonus eagle. But like I said, that's how I would play these holes. I made a couple mistakes, but I kind of tried to talk through how I would have done it differently the next time around. I believe it was hole number 5 so hole number 3, I would go with a Navigator. Hole number 5, no topspin on the drive. And hole number 9, I think take off about 2 bars of topspin. I think if you can put all of that together, it may take one practice round or something, but I think if you can put all that together, I think 13 under's a pretty achievable score in pro division. If you can get number 9, 14 under is a fantastic score. But other than that, like I said, I'm sorry about messing up on those couple of holes, but hopefully you guys can see my mistakes and correct on those. But yeah, other than that, good luck on your round, guys.